My uncle said, "You are nothing." He transferred my property into his own name. I didn't create a scene. I stayed silent. Then there was a meeting where his name was missing and mine was written at the very top. That was the day I broke, but no sound came out. Broken things usually make noise. I didn't. In January, the snow in Toledo, Ohio, had hardened on the streets, and the anger inside me felt the same way, white, cold, controlled. My uncle had said it standing at the kitchen table, his palms flat against the wood, his voice casual, almost bored. "You are nothing. None of this would have been possible without me." I held my coffee mug with both hands, gripping it like if I let go, the truth would spill all over the floor. On the refrigerator door was a school fee notice for my kids, held up by a crooked magnet. On the counter lay my credit card statement. On my phone screen blinked a reminder, health insurance renewal due. My life was paycheck to paycheck, and the relationship, sold in installments. I had never seen this version of America on TV. On TV, people scream. They cry. They throw things. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just started noticing. My uncle had a habit of laughing at the end of every sentence, as if turning cruelty into a joke made it harmless. His lies always came wrapped in a pleasant scent, "It's for the family," and every time, I held my breath. Sitting in my car in the Westgate Mall parking lot, I did the math. Gas money. School lunches. The dental work I'd been putting off for next month. The property he had signed into his own name, the same one whose rent paid for all of it. I didn't call anyone. I saved receipts. Weeks passed. Cold wind swept along Maumee Bay, sharp enough to make your eyes water. The kids asked for fries, so I stopped at a cheap place, Ruby's Diner, where the seat stuck to your coat if you sat too long. My uncle used to collect ketchup packets there, stuffing them into his pockets like even the smallest things had to belong to him. I didn't talk in front of the kids. At home, after they slept, I opened files. Old emails. Text messages from tenants. Documents with my name on them from the very beginning. My uncle liked to say, "Paper doesn't matter. People do." I learned the truth the hard way. In America, paper is people. One night, sitting on a bench near Ottawa Park, I told myself quietly, staying silent is not weakness. The next morning, I spent hours at the public library. I pulled up the business registry website, compared dates, traced signatures. Lies rot over time, they just need pressure in the right place. I talked to my friend Maria, who worked at a bank. She was blunt, always had been. Write everything down. Collect everything. No emotions, just order. She had a habit of placing her pen flat on the table after every sentence, like a period you could see. The notice about the meeting came without drama. A simple email. A dull subject line. It was still January. Light snow fell, barely sticking. In the conference room, breath fogged the windows. My uncle wore his blue suit, the one he saved for weddings and funerals. I didn't choose anything special. Just the coat with my children's photo tucked into the pocket. People filtered in. The smell of coffee. The rustle of papers. My uncle saw me and smiled. Habit. Then the list was read. Names. One by one. My uncle's name never came up. Blood rushed in my ears, but my face stayed still. My name was at the top. I didn't look at anyone. I breathed. It wasn't cinematic. No applause. Just documents, dates, and work. Afterward, my uncle cornered me in the hallway. "This is a mistake," he said, his voice tight. I answered calmly, "Mistakes make noise. This is a record." His packets of lies were empty now. Tenant contracts. Tax payments. An email where he himself had listed me as responsible. Everything was in its place. Justice didn't arrive with a hammer. It arrived quietly, between folders, over time. That evening, I made mac and cheese for the kids. Outside, the snow began to melt, turning gray along the curb. I paid off one credit card balance. I renewed my health insurance. It didn't feel like a big victory, but it was the kind ordinary people get. My uncle's name disappeared from paper, not by my hands, but by my patience. Later that night, I opened the window. The air in Toledo smelled faintly of salt and wet pavement. I said to myself, I am something. The anger was still there, but it wasn't fire anymore. It was an engine. And I wasn't scattered. I was standing. If this story resonated with you, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support truly helps these real, unheard stories reach more people. Thank you for listening until the end, for your time, and for being part of a community that values truth, patience, and quiet strength.